It's taken 10 years, but Lego have finally remade the Blackbird, or the X-Jet, from the X-Men series. So this is based off the Xmen 97 continuation of the original TV show, coming soon to Disney+. Comes with 4 exclusive minifigures at the time of recording this video, which I suspect all these figures will be reused in the X Mansion when they come out later this year in 2024. On the left is the old 2014 version, which came with a buildable Sentinel, which is really cool. 4 exclusive minifigures and the jet itself, which is more accurate in shaping with the curved front. Whereas on the right, this one's gone for more a pointy modern style approach. Now, where are the rest of the Lego X-Men set? And as a companion to this set, we also got 3 collectible minifigures, which we'll take a closer look at later, and the Wolverine mech. There's also 2 other Wolverine-based sets, which I currently do not own, which is the Wolverine claws and the buildable figure, which both are pretty lackluster sets in my opinion. I kind of wish it was just a Wolverine helmet bust, but that's beside the point. So I think instead of getting what we're getting in the 24 summer wave with all these Avengers battle sets and stuff, I think Lego would have greatly benefited from making a complete wave of X-Men 97 sets. Like, there's a plethora of stuff they could have made sets on. They could have done a larger version of Sentinel with a side build, or a couple Sentinels in one set. Fighting some different X-Men characters would have been really cool. Here's the 2014 version of the X-Jet. So as I said before, you've got the more accurate curved style look, which they use some of these larger elements to get the correct shaping of the model. You have flick fire missiles on either side. Quite a couple stickers on the front windscreen piece, which could have been printed. But apart from that, most of the sticker detailing is on in-spring loaded shooters, which you can deploy, which gives it a more menacing look. And I just think it hides away nicely and helps finish the build off with the black stripe and the blue stripes, which you can remove those spring-loaded shooters if you don't like the way that look. Wings are pretty decent as well. You can adjust them. Apologies that this set's quite dusty. It is 10 years old now, basically. So, yeah. Also, looking around the back, you can see here, you've got the thrust coming out of the engines, and it's a bit of a technic build on the back for the cannon feature. But you can also have a look at the underside. They use some larger mold element pieces for the back. So in the back compartment, you've got 2 seats with a Sentinel sticker, which is really cool. You've also got a little cabinet with a sticker, which you can remove if you would like. And at the front, you've got 2 seats with some control panels and a steering device. So it just looks so spacious, and you can fit 4 minifigures in here. If you remove the chairs, you could probably fit quite a few more. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, this newer style of X-Jet has the more pointy, larger element on the front. I don't mind the large red windscreen piece, but it's a bit jarring compared to the rest of this set. You've got a lot more stickers as well, so you've got a sticker on either side. You've got sticker stripes on the bottom. You've got these nice logos on the wings that are stickers as well. Now, the shaping of the wings, I think, is done a lot better in this set, considering that they actually incorporated the spring-loaded shooters underneath. And while we're here, here's the little stud shooters on the bottom underside there, and you have a pretty nice, they're kind of like landing stands, so it kind of rests the set nicely. You can see here how that looks. It's pretty bland compared to the other one. I wish they used some trans-clear elements for the front. Another sticker here. So what you can do is, you can lift this up, and inside is a reasonable interior, but it does feel a lot more cramped than the older set. Doesn't have the kind of depth of the old one, and you've got more sticker elements throughout, as you can see there. Scan of the jet. I don't like the way this part looks in the middle. It just kind of clashes with the rest of the color scheme. Same with these crates. So these are just used for storing other stud shooters, but they're a little bit difficult to get out. I really do not like those. I like how the old set just kind of kept the striping going throughout. The front cockpit does also lift up. The interior as well. You've got some more sticker elements. You've got a picture of Magneto there on the windscreen, on the front console piece, sorry. And some more stickers, but there's no access through the middle. I guess because for strength purposes, they've just kind of filled this whole void. I know you couldn't really use that space in the other set, but it just has no flow to it. This and this just really stand out and don't help with the colour scheme. Taking a look at the side builds, well, I guess there's only one side build, but you have the Sentinel buildable figure here, which was included in the original set from 2014. You've got a printed dome element, and the chest piece was also printed, which is really, really cool. Otherwise the stickers would not age as well. You can bring up these two flick fire missiles to give it a more tactical look. Got this really clever part uses of a spring-loaded shooter to create a firing effect, so that looks really cool. You've also got an anti-stud here, so you can also place minifigures if you would so choose to have him like kind of grab them like they show in the box art. On the back you can see it's really quite well covered up. We could have just used one more dish piece like these on the back here to hide that, but apart from that it's pretty well done. You can see the feet have some really cool thrust elements, and I just think it's really sorely missing in the new X. Now, so you had this and Magneto to fight in the original set, but in the newer set, they have nothing to fight. Magneto is supposedly joining the X-Men in the new TV show, stepping in for Charles Xavier, who's no longer in the show at this point. And Jean Grey's also a telepath, so he would still need his helmet to prevent her from getting inside his head, hence why he always wore the helmet around telepaths. Now, if you've got the Wolverine CMF minifigure, which I've shown this figure quite a few times on the channel now, this printed Sentinel head, which is a battle damage version, is the same piece they used for the old version, so there's nothing to connect this to, unfortunately. I guess the CMF is like a little way of complementing the new X-Jet, but these CMFs are very hard to find out as they came out quite some months ago, so you could add Storm and Beast if you wanted to the X-Jet just to round out your X-Men team, but you get two versions of Wolverine, which we'll take a closer look at. So I'm going to show each version of the characters included in both sets minifigures side by side. So here we have the Wolverine in the darker yellow tone compared to the new lighter yellow head mold piece, which is really cool. This is the new 2024 version of Wolverine, but as you can see from the CMF, you've got a better version with arm printing if you got that with a Sentinel head. The claws are a really cool, unique mold for Wolverine. Now, I do like the leg printing on the newer one compared to the old one, which didn't have any leg printing at all, which is a bit of a shame. But also as well, just looking at both these figures is just really cool to see how far LEGO have come in terms of detail with their CMF line. But again, the newer version is just kind of lacking in some aspects with no arm printing, and should never have been included in the X-Jet, or they should never have included him in the CMF either. Within all their headgear, you can see they use the same effect across with the goggles. He has a more gruff look here. This is a different face print to this one, which is included in the X-Jet. EMF series, you got a spare hairpiece for Wolverine if you wanted him with his new hairstyle, which looks kind of funky in my opinion. The original X-Jet, but you've got this new face print, but you've got no hairpiece to use along with it in the new X-Jet. It didn't come with anything. I checked the instructions, which is really odd that you don't get a hairpiece. Next up, we have the leader of the X-Men, Cyclops. I'm so happy that he has returned in a set for people to be able to buy. But again, we already had this minifigure back in the day, which was exclusive. I don't like the printing on this one because it's very subtle, like because it's a dark blue outfit, you can barely see the extra detailing. But the newer version is more akin to the cartoon, which could have done with some leg printing, to be honest, and should have been included in the CMF series instead of Wolverine. You've got an alternate facial expression for him and some back head printing here. Just really hope that we get Jean Grey in the X-Mansion to go with him. And another character that's carried over to the new set is Magneto, here in his very 90s outfit, which a lot of people seem to despise and hate, which I really don't mind. It's nice to get a unique variant of Magneto. We've had 3 different versions of this version of Magneto with the helmet, but I understand people want the helmet. I can foresee LEGO probably including it in the X-Mansion, but we'll have to wait and see. I really hope they do for fans who aren't able to still get a cheap version of this helmet. But the Mighty Micro set might be quite cheap if you wanted to pick up that set and put the helmet on this Magneto figure. You can still try and do that. But yeah, they come with the softer element capes, so you can like lift up. So you can see both the alternate facial expressions and both the back torso printing. Now, what also, apart from not including the Sentinel that stops this set being a direct remake, is they swapped out the characters of Storm and Rogue, which is really cool that we finally got an official Rogue minifigure, and with leg printing, which is really good that both of these figures in retail sets got leg printing, which is nice. You've got the white streak of hair from Rogue, Now, we did get a new version of Storm in the CMF line, which I showed earlier in the video, which I've also done a full comparison of. You can check that out on my channel. But yeah, she's got a really unique, like, I don't know what you call it, like a cape piece that goes through the hands, which are really well done. You've got lightning pieces. You can get kind of a better look at her torso print there, which is really nice. You've got more of a in full power mode version of Storm with the face print there, and a more calm expression here. Rogue also has a more aggressive facial expression and some great back torso printing, and that's what Storm's back torso printing looks like. That's going to do it, guys, for my look at both of the X-Men jets. Let me know in the comment section which one you prefer. I think you guys can kind of tell from this video that I prefer the 2014 version, but I'm very glad that we got some new X-Men minifigures in the new set. But like I say, I think those are going to be included in the X-Mansion, but as another angle to look at it, it's cheaper for people to get these characters that everyone really loves and really wants to get. So yeah, I really don't understand what's going on with X-Men, considering every set apart from the original Deadpool set, which I didn't include in this review. It's just weird that we've only had that Deadpool set, a Mighty Micro, then we got the X-Jet from 10 years ago, and then now we're getting the mini mech with Wolverine. We got the buildable figure of Wolverine, the Wolverine claws. I think you're sensing the pattern with a lot of Wolverine stuff. 3 minifigures in CMF line Series 2. And now we finally got a new official retail set with Lego X-Men minifigures with the new X-Jet. But I just don't understand, why aren't Lego just doing a full line, or give us about 3 or 4 sets from the new TV show? I'm sure there's a plethora of stuff that Lego could have made sets on. I really hope we see some in 2025, because now all the rumours for the year are out. It looks like we're only getting the X-Mansion for around Black Friday, same as the Avengers Tower last year, which is a real shame, and I don't like that. It's going to make it very difficult for fans of the X-Men to be able to buy X-Men related Lego products. Share your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye for now.